Hi, I am DarthTron389 on YouTube, or Billy Weiss4 in real life. Welcome to the first episode of Random Photoshop Creations, where I make random stuff in Photoshop. Sometimes it might not just be totally random. You know, it might be for one of my book covers, it might be for work, just for fun, or wallpaper, like in this case. Now, I say this is a BMP, which I generally don't do, a bitmap, because for one reason. Well, first let me show you what. I'm going to show you how to make a rainbow swirl type thing like this. Anyway, first up, let me show you why. You can use a bitmap as a reflection on a screensaver. So that's what I did. I used it as a reflection right here on my screensaver, and I thought that was pretty cool. So that's why I made that in the first place. So I'm going to show you how to make it now, because I can. So now I'm going to get to showing you how to do this. So what I'm going to do is, I'm using Photoshop 7 for this, because it's the one I have. I mean, I've used newer ones on my dad's computer, but I don't have this one yet. Or CS5 yet, like he does. I believe he might have CS6, but I know this will work on 7 and higher. Pretty sure most of them actually should be able to handle it. I mean, it's not anything too complex. So what I generally do is I make most wallpapers and everything else in 1920 by 1080, because that's the resolution of my monitor. But yeah, like I said, I mean, that's the size of my monitor. And I mean, most monitors will be able to handle that. And anyway, when I post a wallpaper on my website, I have to download in like 30 different resolutions anyway. And you know, generally most widescreen monitors can handle a 1080p wallpaper. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rainbow gradient. I'm gonna take the gradient tool, do a rainbow, and hold Shift to make it a straight line. There's our background, but what I want to use is not this one, but this one, over here. So what I'll do is I'll go all the way across, hold Shift, click it. There's your background. So what you'll do now is you'll take all the rest. So now I'm going to use the gradient from before, the transparent background, the one without the red background. And what I'm going to use that for is just make smaller strips. And you can just put them in the random spots. You don't want to use the one with the red background, or it'll literally fill the entire thing. I tend to do them thinner, kind of like that, instead of like that, because that's just hard to, you know, morph around and everything. I mean, just look how big it is, you know. So what I do is I make a ton of small ones, and I also use the different gradient shapes. So like this will make circles, and these are tools good for anything, I mean, ever. Oops. But yeah, I mean, you just make a bunch of those, you do that for a little while. This one does not work with the line, or it fills the entire thing. This one with the little strip here, this one's cool because look what it does. It puts two of them, pretty much, really. And I like that one too. I like this one because it makes little diamond square things. So what I do is I just make a bunch of those, and when I go to filter, liquefy, and I change the brush size to something around 250. I'm gonna do 230. Do brush pressure at 100, and then you just do that. I mean, it's so easy. You just like shake it up, and you can do whatever you want. You could morph your name into this. Sure, it won't show, but it looks cool. I mean, you could do zigzags, you could do that. This tool is good for so much. I mean, you could change shapes. I mean, you can literally do whatever you want. You can move a circle, because it's just a circle. But usually, generally, I just shake it up like that and screw with it a lot. You could put your favorite colors in by stretching them out, like that. You know, like, favorite color is purple. Stretch it out, and then shake it around there. What I do is I try to tend to get everything in there. Then you press OK. Watch it render down here. Another thing I like to do with this tool is You know, you can change people's faces, make it look like someone's smiling more. It's just a fun tool to play around with. As soon as this freaking thing renders, it's not responding. Great. It's doing that now. Sometimes this tool kind of screws up your computer when it's a high-res image and you mess it up a lot. You, what am I trying to say? No, you know what I mean when you move it around a lot or do a lot of things to it. Take a while to render and it'll stop responding. So yeah, I mean, you just hit OK and then save it as you'd save anything else. Oh, it did work. There we go. So like that'll work. So like, you know, you just save it, and it's a really good tool. You know, there's a lot you can do with it. And then if you want, I mean, you could just put one right there. Just like put one in the middle, just for fun. You know, you just export it as you generally would, and that's it. So yeah, enjoy. Come back for more tutorials, reviews, all that crap on billyweiss.com. Link in the description. Come back to YouTube for more video, Photoshop, all that crap. Tutorials for that. Enjoy. Darth Tron 389 signing off.